everyone. One of the reasons that I like my Faith build is the tools it has to fight spam tend to hit a little bit harder than they do on my Dexterity build, even though they're on both. The first one that I really like is the Erdtree Great Shield that's going to be featured pretty prominently in this invasion. So, starting things off by buffing. I completely missed the guy that's standing on the far right now until he starts casting the Floating Skulls. Oh, there they are. And then the host comes in with the... I forget what it's called. Really annoying spell. So I switched to Erdtree Great Shield since it can reflect those pretty easily and can give you essentially a semi-automatic cannon until you run out of either stamina or FP. I thought if it didn't really matter where it hits you as long as you hit the L2 when everyone was hitting, it would reflect, but that is not the case. So just trying to run around and get the angle right currently. I didn't have to wait to have that in my left hand and the Great Shield, so I decided to just two-hand it since I also didn't know when my buff would wear out that let me use it. I was hoping to hit him with a lightning spear on that, but it was out of range. So now I'm finally starting to get the angle a bit better and just take him head on. Well, there's the Rock Breath. No invasion's complete without it. Buffing up since Rock Breath is physical damage. Boosting my strength so I can one-hand the Erdtree Great Shield. And now we're pretty much off to the races. And the first one goes down. Hope starts casting on gold, which can't be reflected, obviously. Phantom doesn't learn his lesson. I guess they won't be ganking if they were great at the game. Dog doing me a solid there. Switch to Home Bolt since he's not paying attention to me. And the Phantom goes down, which just leaves the host. So I swap to my Colossal Sword and he starts his marathon. Good dog, bad dog. I mean, you know how dogs get when they get excited. They get a little overeager and don't pay attention. Miss the riposte with the shield poke there. And the puppy finishes him off. This one's starting right in the middle of it. So they're mixing in things that can be reflected and not, so I don't really feel comfortable switching to the Erdtree Great Shield. But since I have a lot of space, I want to use the Sacred Relic Sword. I don't have enough dexterity to use it naturally, so I need the Grafted Blades buff. Barrier of Gold just cause Wizard. We're off to start spamming it. Stand behind the tree because even if you dodge something directly, a lot of times the debuff still hits you. It's a lot harder to spam when you're having to dodge the waves every few seconds. It's kind of a cheesy strategy, but what are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta fight cheese with cheese. Not gonna let him get that buff off for free. Wanted the Lightning Spear wake up there, but Phantom hit me out of it, and I never pay attention to when my buff wears off, so reapply that, and back to spamming. I didn't notice the Phantom on the right there. I'm sorry, I think that's the host. Not sure which at the moment. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the host that was hitting me. But with the hammer, I want to switch to something with more hyper armor. And I feel more comfortable engaging in melee now. He's out of range for me to try to backstab, but I can't get up in his face. Try to swing there, because monkey brain. Tries to swing out a big stun, and don't do that against a Colossal Sword. Bad idea. This last one I used more standard tactics, but it was too fun to not really include. Start off by buffing up. I had to use the Phantom Finger to respawn because I couldn't find them, but I already used my Physic. Well, that's why I'm not using it there. Here I was just curious on the damage Home Bolt would get. It does about 400. Phantom's using the Death Ritual Spear. I should have used Home Bolt on him, but I don't always make smart decisions. I don't remember which patch they buffed that in, but it was a terrible choice. Nobody wanted that. Hoping Rain of Arrows will do some damage here, but it doesn't. And I never pay attention to FP, which gets me in trouble more often than it should. Seeing how the Sacred Relic Sword spam does. Phantom comes in and gets backstabbed. Wanted to backstab that, but Phantom swung on me, so I couldn't get to his back anymore. Use the Frost Pot, just hoping if he keeps spamming that, I can get to his back and ensure that the backstab's a one-shot on him. I'm going to switch to the power stance straight swords here just because the host was fairly aggressive. And there I have with the Phantom I have enough poise I can tank his second R1, but I don't really think about that at the moment and dodge away. I see a blue is coming in and I go out to look for him. I'm hoping to take him out before he can link up with the host and Phantom. I see he's carrying a Great Shield, so I switch to the Curved Great Club, hoping he'll block it and I can just one-shot him real quick. That's not the case, and now they're together and a Moonveil is in play. A little bit of cover to heal. A little bit of cover to cure the poison. Make sure I have enough space to cast Blessing of the Erdtree so I can get some regen going. So, since I'm out of the HP flasks, I go ahead and switch to the branch swords just so if my health does get low, I don't have to worry about doing that while I try to go cockroach mode. And this isn't really a spot I want to be in at the moment. I have half a second, so I use Starlight Shard so I can get some FP back and switch to the Blasphemous Blade since the weapon art heals HP on hit or phantom hit. And when NPC enemy dies. So at this point, I'm really just concerned about surviving until I can take one out, which I do there. Tried free aiming that, hoping it would hit him, but it didn't. Healing was back there, thank you Hyper Armor. And I was out of FP, but still free aimed it to roll catch the Phantom. Back to power stance straight swords since they're good against great swords as long as the opponent's aggressive. There I thought I switched to the Sacred Blade one, but hit start too quickly. And the host gives up. Which, you know, sometimes if the host tries, I'll let them live, but they can never ask for it. But yeah, those are a few invasions where I had to fight spam pretty hard. The Sacred Relic Sword and the Erdtree Great Shield are great for that. Both spamming and countering spam respectively. The stats for the build should be on the screen now. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Till next time.